Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. This is me, Camden, on channel Camden. And, wait, so, like, what's this week's topic? Okay, so today we're talking about, you see, Kangaroo Jack was a movie that came out in 2003. And it had Anthony Anderson and, oh, wait, what? No, I was wrong. I talk about something that's actually much better. Samurai Jack is an animated series that was on Cartoon Network, and it debuted in 2001 and ended for a little bit in 2004, and then came back in 2017 for one last season. I'll get to that later. As it's about a samurai who travels to the future to fight a shape-shifting monster named Aku, and it was also created by Genndy Tartakovsky, who's also known for like having a hand in other things. And he also storyboarded this fight scene. Yes, he actually did, and it's actually a really cool fight scene. You guys can go ahead and thank him for it. The reception to the series is very, very positive, as it has a pretty good following, and people remember it many years later and look back on it as one of Cartoon Network's best of the 2000s era. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can like talk to like anybody and they would barely have anything negative to say about this show. But today, I'm going to talk about it. And what do I think of it? Let's jump right in, shall we? So yes, the theme song is amazing. And given Samurai Jack, he time traveled. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna time travel myself. Hold on. Just gotta hit the. Here. No. Here you go. All right, where am I? No. Oh, finally. So, of course, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the characters. We'll mainly talk about the central characters that show up in almost every episode and have major importance on the plot. Here's Aku, voiced by Mako, rest in peace. And he gives a very good voice performance. And it's nice seeing Mako as a villain. And Aku is a very fun villain. He can be intimidating at times, but he also can be very humorous as well. Like he can make some sort of jokes. He can just show his hatred for Samurai Jack, and he just be like, I hate him very, very much. And especially when there was one episode where he was telling a bunch of fairy tales to children, and he was using Samurai Jack and villainizing him in the fairy tales.
Interrupt Aku!
Well, the thing is, Jack wouldn't do that.
Who? You know him?
No, but...
Very well. Perhaps...
And of course, like, he makes Jack even more annoyed and makes him even more determined to beat him. And him shape-shifting into, like, dragons and snakes and stuff is really cool. Go ahead and get straight on to it. Yeah, we're not talking about no side characters, nothing. Let's go ahead and get straight to Jack himself, voiced by Phil Lamar. And he also does a really good job as Jack. Samurai Jack, he's probably one of my favorite Cartoon Network protagonists. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, looking back in the show, I'm like, this dude is so cold. He really is. Also, the fact that, you think him and Professor Utonium might be related in some way, shape, or form? I don't know, I might be going crazy. And we get to see about him becoming better at his fighting skills. Also, from the very first episode, what I love about seeing him growing up and learning in combat was that there was barely any, if not at all, any dialogue when he was training throughout the years. I love that. That's something that I love about this character in general. He can convey emotion without not even talking. Like, you know exactly how he feels if he just gives his facial. Does not mean he's completely mute. Like, he's not like Link. Like, he still talks. He isn't like loud and quirky and like super quippy and stuff. He generally keeps to himself, but he will speak if he has to. Especially given how other characters on that network are very extroverted and loud and love talking about how powerful they are. It's nice seeing a character that's kind of just stoic and he's like focused on getting the mission done, but it doesn't mean he's like completely serious. He still likes having fun here and there. He does have a little bit of humor. Also, his fighting styles is just fantastic. So I love how at certain episodes you get to see him adapt to fighting. Like, sometimes you just may never know what tactic he may use in a fight scene. You just may never know. You may think he's just gonna pull out his sword and do a typical sword fight, but nah, like sometimes, like there may be an episode where he just loses his sandals and he has to move around it. Also, since, you know, I'm in the future, I gotta meet up with him for 1 second. Hold on. Look at me right now. It is such an honor to work with the great Samurai Jack. Look at this. This is so cool. I love. Sorry about how long I had this sword. Jack in his aura farming is crazy. Like, as soon as he walks into a room, not only us, but the people in the show knows it's about to go down. And people talk about how legendary and so cold he is. It's insane, and anyone that tries to dare to go against him will get defeated. And just him not being like super quippy and stuff just makes it even better. He's just so cool. Like, you as a kid, you kind of want to be like Samurai Jack. And also check this out. There's like one episode where he fights like an evil version of himself. He fights Mad Jack, and that color scheme looks familiar. But yeah, seeing Jack continuously go on his journey and being determined to fight Aku, while going through a lot of wild and crazy little characters along the way. He isn't being super angsty or whiny like, man, I want to go home, man, this sucks, man, oh come on, man. He's just...
This is like George Orwell's book, 1984.
Also, one episode is like mostly filled with flashbacks about him as a kid during his time and him reminiscing on it, and we get to see him feeling a little sad. You know, even though he's like a stoic hero, he still has a lot of emotion, and has no problem showing it. Best, my grandpa Optimus Prime always said that you have to be strong enough to be gentle. See, he has no problem showing emotion while being super ultra cool. It makes us connect to him more, especially when there's an episode where he also has to watch over a baby and try to find his mother. And he also tells us a story that kind of mirrors him a little bit. And then in the end, the baby gets some aspects of a samurai. And the mom is like, bro, what have you done to him?
What have you done to my baby?
I am afraid your son has seen many things on our travels.
And also, throughout his long adventure, he gets to befriend Scotsman, voiced by John DiMaggio. Yeah, this is crazy. This is pretty much Samurai Jack, I guess. That's wild. Scotsman, his skills somewhat level up to Samurai Jack, and it makes them feel closer together and them becoming friends while also being rivals, but for fun and not genuinely hating each other. Scotsman is a fun character, like most characters that John DiMaggio voices. If Johnny, hey, fun fact, a bunch of kids gave Jack his name. Like, actually, they start saying Jack a lot, and he's like, yeah, my name is Samurai Jack now. Crazy. That is pretty much, unironically, what pretty much is. That's wild. Watching each episode, you may never know what's going to happen in every episode. It intrigues you. You're like, huh, that's an interesting episode title. I guess I should watch. Literally anything can happen in Samurai Jack. Anything. Bro can be fighting zombies. Bro could be turning into a chicken. Yeah, Chicken Jack. Chicken fighting the samurai. Alright. Very loud and obnoxious, and he likes to just say random things out the blue. And Jack is like, bro, this dude talks a lot. This is insane. I see some other episodes where the writers also said that some of their inspirations for this show came from a mix of Star Wars and Conan the Barbarian and a bunch of old Frank Miller comics. Not kidding. Look that up. At least it's positive Frank Miller inspiration and not whatever that is. So a big two-parter with Aku fighting another samurai. We also get to see the creation of the magic sword that Jack wields. And also it confirms that in the lore, Aku killed the dinosaurs. Yes, it was Aku that actually killed the dinosaurs. Messing with the dinosaurs. Also another two-parter where bro loses his memory and Scotsman has to help him get it back. And he talks completely differently and acts really differently. He's like, bro, oh my gosh, man. I'm not the samurai, dude. But the question remains. Does Jack actually ever beat Aku and goes back home? Will the Sonic Underground ever find their mom? It takes some time. It takes a long process. Writers and Cartoon Network was very indecisive about if they should give the show a 5th season or not. Okay. It took them all the way to 2017 for them to decide to do the 5th season of Samurai Jack. That's crazy. This show came out when Bush was president, and it ended when Fidget Spinners were. Don't worry, Jack feels the passage of time too. Years passed in that future, and Johnny. Why did I say Johnny? Johnny, he feels tired of it at this point. He just wants to go back home. He's just gone weary. He's just sad. He looks like Keanu Reeves now.
Gotta get back to the past. Samurai Jack.
So, just like a revival of a nostalgic animated TV show, and they knowing that the viewers grow up, they don't mind getting a little bit more violent than what they used to. He faces his inner demons, and then he gets ready to face Aku and go back home. And also, he has a love interest, as she, voiced by Tara Strong. Okay, so that means I gotta add this to the list now. Okay, here it is. This is how it is now. Also, in between that time, Mako has sadly passed away. So they got Greg Baldwin to voice Mako, and he sounds just about the same. It's so seamless. It's so natural. I was just like, yep, that's Aku. Like, that's just Aku. Like, I was just like, yep. Even though here and there they did play like little flashbacks and archived footage of older episodes, I was just like, and then they just cut right back to Aku at the moment. I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like, it was just natural. Like, it was just so natural. Sounds exactly the same as you expected him to be. Raphael, I need you to... Leonardo. So yeah, in the finale, he gets ready to take down Aku. When all hope seems lost, pretty much a good bit of the people that Jack has helped throughout the series come to aid him. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like their own little on your left. And also, Ashi is Aku's daughter. Yeah, I know y'all didn't see that.
What? You're not my dad! You also hear something!
It's Aku's abilities, meaning that, you know, since she's his daughter and all, they go back in time. Jack beats Aku, but with a price. She kind of evaporates. She kind of just disappears because, you know, since Aku wouldn't exist in the future, neither would she. It's kind of sad to end the finale like that. It's like his heroism came with a price. But in the finale, there was a glimmer of hope that kind of shined through at the end. And that is how the hit series Samurai Jack has come to a close. That's not the only bit of Samurai Jack that you got. He has some video games as well. He has like 3 games. Bro, I did not know bro was like that. He had a whole entire trilogy of games. That's crazy. Last one was Battle Through Time. Seems like it could be a fun play. I would love to play. To have a movie at one point. Huh. Honestly, Cartoon Network, if you're paying attention to me, I would much prefer like a Spider-Verse style animated movie like about Samurai Jack, you know, just like something, you know, or maybe like a new anime about Samurai Jack. Just something, you know, something. Not listening to me. Samurai Jack is a very fun series. I highly recommend it. The main character is so cold. He is so cool. His demeanor, the way he goes through situations, and also the fact it kind of shows to anyone of all ages that you can always improve and always adapt to situations, no matter how good you are at something. Samurai Jack was good at fighting stuff, but also here and there he had to adapt. Especially the fact that he was in the future. He had to get used to stuff in the future. This isn't like how it was back home. And also the main villain is very fun. Some of the other characters, even if they show up just in one episode, they're very entertaining to watch. It's pretty funny. And the action is also really good to watch. Matter of fact, like I said, many people love this show. People barely have any bad thing to say about Samurai Jack. And yeah, the show is like so cool, man. It had me entered throughout the entire time. I give this show 10 donuts. So felt good to, you know, refresh some memories. Like I watched a little bit of it as a kid, but like I didn't remember it as well enough until I like actually got to take a good look at it in the past, you know, weeks. Yeah, you know, the typical, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you already know. Overall, this show is so cool. It is such a fun ride. Highly recommend you all to watch it. I kind of want Warner Brothers to do more with the property. I kind of do. If they don't, I will. I might make a fan script movie idea thing, like a, you know. Look, who's that?
You know, you're like one of the richest people in the world in the future, right? Like, I got so many money. I got like 10 Camaros outside. I have an entire yacht. I have 6 mansions. All I need to say, Berry Blast is one of the highest selling drinks of all time. And you directed the G-Force remake.
Whatever, I'm about to keep training with Jack. I don't know. Very weird. I didn't even, like, grow gray hair into the future. Like, bro, that's supposed to be old me. I hope y'all like, comment, comment, and subscribe.